Hello and welcome to my first video, my Fallout New Vegas playthrough. I'd like to take a minute or two to explain a few things and to ask your opinion on some things. First things first is that this playthrough is strictly for fun. I picked New Vegas as my first playthrough video because it's my all-time favorite game. I wouldn't consider myself overly skilled with any of the games that I play or choose to record. The whole point is to have fun and enjoy them. So I'd like to thank all of you who have chosen to join me in this adventure, and I guess the whole point is to share my experience and my joy. So I wanted to ask your opinion on how the video is made up. If you prefer not to see me in the corner, like watch me play, that's fine. I can always, for future videos, just not record me playing, just record the gameplay itself. You'd have to, I'd ask you to say if you like watching me play or not, if it's just not something you're interested in seeing. The last thing is, if you want me to talk about what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, or facts that I might find interesting, because there's going to be some time to fill while I play the game, and if you don't want to hear any commentary or anything, I can just stick to the game itself. So please let me know if there's anything you'd like me to change or do or not do, and let's see how this goes.
Yeah, I am probably going to make a lot of people upset by playing with a controller, but that's the first time I ever played this was on my PlayStation 3, and that's just how I learned to play the game.
War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and the Great Wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn. Training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse. You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
So, if I'm not mistaken, the War Never Changes voice actor is none other than Ron Perlman himself. And that's the intro. It's one of my favorite intros ever. Everything about this game I absolutely love.
You're awake. How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
So here we are creating our character. I already have a Genesis character, so I think I'll create a Junebug.
Can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Good Springs. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place.
So I'm by no means gonna model this character after her. Actually, I think the preset character they give you with isn't bad at all. So I usually stick with that.
Most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down your tester machine there? Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
There we go. I like to play third person when I can, but I do switch.
We'll learn right quick if you get back all your faculties.
I do switch to first person pretty frequently though. Alright. Character I usually build is typically two-handed rifles. And as two-handed rifles as their main weapon. And man, I completely forgot how I used to design these characters. It's been a hot second since I've had to create a character. Wait, I usually don't do charisma high. Three skill points. I do max out intelligence. Intelligence gives me more skill points when I level. I think that's close. Do use agility for the VATS points. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do.
Look at that. Maybe that bullet's done your brain some good. Well, we know your vitals are good, but that don't mean the bullet didn't leave you nuttered.
There we go. Move the camera back a little bit.
What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a
Oh,
couple of questions?
right.
See if your dogs are still barking. All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog.
The
House.
answers don't really matter because you can choose to put your tag skills as whatever you want.
Night.
Campfire.
Enemy.
Enemy. Reasonable.
Light.
Flash.
Mother.
I do like the human shield option here. Mother, I think caretaker.
Okay. Now I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one. Conflict just ain't in my nature.
These answers have changed over the years.
On others for support. I'm always fixing to be the center of attention.
That's one thing I do not like, which is counterproductive when you make a
I'm
YouTube
slow
channel.
to embrace new ideas.
Definitely disagree.
I tend to deal with my problems head on.
I do like to be straightforward.
What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see.
A blob. Oh, the broken chain.
Okay. How about this one?
This is another funny option. I'm too embarrassed to say what that looks like.
Last one.
I do like the line "A Light in the Darkness," but to me it looks like a mushroom cloud.
Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
Alright, so I change my tag skills right away to something that's going to help me at the very start of the game. I dump my skill points in a specific way, to complete quests down the road. What were the 3 explosives? Yeah.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
I've always liked that line too. So about half the time I don't choose any of these options. The one I do like when I pick one is you fire slowly but are more accurate because you got to be able to hit what you're shooting at.
Alright, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
And as you can tell, I'm not going to go through like all the aspects of this game. This is mostly to tell a story, and then if any part of this game intrigues you, then by all means, Google. Google will be your best friend.
Here, these are yours. It was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. It was my wife's. I think she was about your size, and she hardly wore it after we left the vault. Felt it was too brazen. don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Oh, yes, definitely no on the hardcore mode, because this is, again, supposed to be fun and not a torture session. Now, since Doc is a pacifist now, I've got no qualms looting some of this place. So right off the bat, you can get an energy pistol with some ammo, and a venom, and stim packs. The braces can be turned into doctor's bags, I believe. I don't remember right off the top of my head all the necessary equipment for a lot of the recipes. I can't remember. Yeah, that's just gonna have to stay there. I think that's most of it. We can start out with a weapon. Since I didn't put any points into weapon skill, I typically use melee weapons for the early chunk of the game. Full locker, ammo. Shit, what was that I just picked up? Guess I'll keep it for now. Water, yeah. Cram can be turned into, and pork and beans. They can be turned into really good food later on in the game, because I also like to put points into survival after a while. I think there's nothing left in here too that's worth looting. Yeah, I like putting points into survival down the road. Just I love being able to be self-reliant instead of having to buy most of my always all the DLCs. And I do apologize for those that stick out with these videos. I have a really bad tendency of starting sentences and not finishing them. It's one thing Junebug absolutely hates. So in the description,
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to.
in the description of the videos that I make, I will try to keep tabs on which quests I complete, so that if you need any assistance completing anything that I've done anyways, you should be able to find it in the video description. Oh yeah, Doc Mitchell said you could teach me to survive in the desert.
Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
Sierra Madre. That was Dead Money is probably my favorite DLC of the 4, I believe there are. It's really difficult, but I think it's either that or
See the sarsaparilla
Old World
box?
Blues.
Take this and try to hit it before.
Alright, so crouch, aim, dog, you are right.
That's the right idea. Look down the sight. Start crouching down and staying still. It'll help your aim. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles.
I did.
Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along?
Okay, I'm in.
Follow me. It's just down to the southeast a short ways.
She'll give you some more ammo. It's easy experience. And she'll help you kill the geckos, which will give you some gecko meat off the start, which is a good source to regain health. Sonny, you run awful slow. Oh, one thing I also learned is save often. Especially at the beginning. Weapons in low condition, low on ammo.
On the ridge behind me there? We got some geckos to clear out. Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way.
And that explains the sneak bonus when you attack from stealth. Or the damage bonus when you attack from stealth, sorry.
Okay, you're on. Go give him hell.
Yes. I rely on VATS very heavily. Because I am not a great shooter person. Which isn't stopping me from enjoying games like this.
See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me. Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us. Come with me.
Right here, I try. Yes. When I can to save this person, right bumper. No. Oh, right. And then pick up loot. The gecko meat is what I'm after. Where did I kill the other one? I thought it was close to here. Yep. Thank you for the meat. Gecko eggs are decent vendor trash. Wait. Say there's supposed to be, yeah, down here. Where are you? There we go.
There's too many.
You're welcome.
Holy moly. If you hadn't come here like you done, I'd be a goner for sure. I came up here to draw water, but here, you should have what I got. You look thirsty.
Oh, thank you. Oh, and it does give you good rep if you can save her. There we go. Yeah, I'll keep it for vendor trash. Why not? Here's the dog. Oh, Sonny, there you are.
Now that was some good work. Even got a little exciting there at the end.
Sure did.
Here's a little spending money for the trouble. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested?
I sure am.
Alright then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and a brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being xander root over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
Alright, so... Oh, she's limping. I have discovered that if you try to do all this without Sonny, as in cook the healing powder that she's going to have you make, the xander root and brock flower do not spawn into the game. So in order to get these items, you have to do the tutorial. So one of the first times I've tried playing through and I knew the buttons and knew what to do, I skipped her tutorial, and when I went to grab the brock flower and xander root for the healing powder, it just wasn't there. These little ones, oh, you used to be able to walk over and kill. Man, his forelegs turned into food later on with the survival skill. Come on. It's the wrong button. That's going to happen frequently, and I do apologize about that. Alright, didn't put anything in a lockpick or science. Ooh. There we go. So I won't be able to unlock this container for now. Scrap metal is very, very important. One of the best ways I make money in the game is using weapon repair kits to repair very valuable weapons. Wonder glue. And you need wonder glue along with the scrap metals, some scrap electronics, some other stuff to make the repair kits. So anything I find that I can make something out of later on, I take, and I will probably edit out or do my best to edit out the lot of backtracking I take to drop all my stuff off in storage, just because it's not really anything you need to see. It's just boring stuff. So we got our Xander root. We are going to get the Brock flower up by the cemetery. So if you've never played New Vegas, I'm going to save you a lot of deaths, I'm sure. There's three main ways north to the strip where we're supposed to be heading. Two of the ways lead to instant death. If you go north from here, from Good Springs, you will come across Cazadors, which are one of the most annoying enemies I've ever fought in any game ever. They suck, they are not fun to deal with, and you just, this early in the game, you can't get past them. So, damn it. I get it, poison me. The other way north is, once we head down the road a little ways, poison shouldn't kill me. Once we head down the road a little ways, you can catch the way north. However, there is death claws everywhere, and when your name is Deathclaw, it's nothing to mess around with. Actually, I might die. Purified water. Do not have any sunset sarsaparilla yet. There we go. Bloatfly meat is an item that's somewhat difficult to come by because bloatflies aren't terribly common in the game, but again, their meat makes some very, very good food later on. These snow globes are worth, these rare pre-war artifacts are widely considered to be useless baubles, but rumor has it some collectors will pay dearly for them. So you find these, if you can, snow globes, and typically it rewards you with currency of some kind, depending on which expansion you find them in. There's a Brock flower and a Xander root to make the healing powder, and now we can go back to Sunny. Since she's standing by a marker, we can just fast travel there. Cut some time down.
Let me see what you got. Yeah, this'll do just fine. Just fine. Alright now, we're gonna be making something folks on the trail call healing powder. Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try.
So one thing I never knew about this healing powder was it is a shout out.
That's not bad, see? All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever. Well, I hope that's enough to get you started. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
Right, the healing powder. Well, I'll come back to that. So, new players would be apt to follow her back in town and continue this part of the quest. That involves, there we go, sleeping in bed to heal. This is harmonica, I think. So that involves fighting these groups of people called powder gangers. Well, if you do that, if you decide to help the town, which I'm going to do, it makes you vilified with the powder gangers, and that's something I don't want right away, because there's a town to the south called Prim, and they are looking for a new sheriff. Well, you can get a new sheriff from these powder gangers' headquarters, and that sheriff is someone that the town likes. So to get somebody that Prim likes, I wait to do the quest in Good Springs. Sorry, I like to hit up these destination points to help fast travel. So I help Prim, so I'm not vilified with the powder gangers when I go to get the sheriff, and then I come back and help defend Good Springs from the powder gangers. Now, since I am going to be into energy weapons, there's a couple corpses that you can find early on in the game that have energy weapons on them. The first energy weapon we come into contact with is in Doc Mitchell's house when he treats us at the very start of the game. The second is in a cave up here by Good Springs. I think it's just called Good Springs Cave. And inside is a follower of a cult, a good cult. But to get to him, you have to kill a bunch of these coyotes. I think they're coyotes, it might be wild dogs. But he will always have a good energy weapon on him. Now I say I use melee off the start to save ammo. But there will be certain circumstances where I'm going to need the extra damage, so I'll swap to a gun of some kind. I do like the coyote meat for the survival skill later on. So at the start of the game, I pretty much survive off sleeping in beds, and in combat I use Nuka-Cola and Sunset Sarsaparilla. Or you could run away too, that's fine. I try not to use stim packs very often, because later on in the game they kind of are your lifeblood. There we go. I'm sorry, pup. There we go. Nope, stay hidden. So I think there are... Is it more than one here? There's one. I think, yeah, there's a group here that ambush. There we go. Alright, swap. Oh. Automatically open inventory. Take, nope. Coyote meat, take it. There we go. There's the Bright Follower. Yep. Recharger rifle, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted off him. Recharger rifle doesn't require ammunition to fire. And hotkey that. There, gotta get used to that. And another great thing that's in these caves, well, there are these dead bodies that might have some things on them. Ooh, another laser pistol. Is this bag right here, this duffel bag, will have ammo, hopefully some health. Fission batteries are really good if you choose to roll energy weapons like I am. You can turn them into ammo when your science gets high enough. I remember my way out of here. And I think I can be on my merry way to Primm. First, I'm going to stop by the source to hit up the bed, top off my HP. This guy, so soon we are going to find out he is a dick. Talk to him.
Hello? Can you help me?
I am such a nice person. Yes, what's wrong?
The girl is trapped by geckos on the ridge, and I can't get to her. Please, she's going to die.
Where is she?
Go up the path, past the broken radio tower, and go to the right. They're at the top of the trail.
I'll see what I can do because I'm such a nice person.
You will? Thank you for helping me. Please hurry.
I will. Although I don't hear any screams like somebody would be in trouble. Alright, come at me, gecko. Or not. Oop. There we go. One thing I did want to check before I leveled up. There we go. Activate campfire. The gecko, I think there's steaks, gecko steaks, coyote steaks, dog steak, gecko steak, survival of 25. So hopefully I can get that on my next level up and I will have a source of HP regen away from a bed. Since I haven't found any sunset sarsaparilla yet. Oh, some more Xander root here. You'll also find me picking up all, maybe not all, but a lot of the plants I see. Because again, I like crafting. Gecko meat. There we go. Fairly certain you can block that first attack. But since this is... Ooh! That's not good. I don't know where those three came from. Oh, there's my level. A 20 gauge round. Okay. Still in danger. I know. There's a gecko that comes up from here. And then there's one over here. Oh, here we go. There we go. Alright. So, to do the quest in Goodsprings, I need 30 barter, 30 explosives, and 30 speech. Right? I don't think I have to pass a medicine skill. 30 barter, 30 explosives, 30 speech. So I'm going to bump my survival up to 25 so I can cook those steaks. And then... oh, what am I going to do? I should put them into repair. What checks do I have to pass on my way? Oh, speech, of course. Speech is one of the skills I level up all the way. Alright, first perk. I don't really worry too much about XP bonuses just because you end up level capping either way. Could do speech check or additional special. I think there was, if you play a female character, I think there's a speech check you have to pass with the perk. If you're a female and you need to pass the speech check of another female. Come on, there we go. Show me that pretty face. Alright, to survive the fight with the guy that's coming up, I need to go back and rest for an hour. And I guess I'm just gonna run back to town after I kill the guy, sell some stuff. It might trigger the start of the quest to save the town, but I don't have to follow it. I can choose to come back later. And also, since I dinged, I can cook those steaks. 18 of them. The Brock Flower and Xanderoot I save for later. You can eventually turn those two with an empty syringe into a stim pack. When your either science or medicine hits 75, and then you can make super stim packs at 10 more levels on top of that. So since I'm going the wrong way. Since I eat stim packs like candy later on in the game, I hold on to the Brock Flower and Xanderoot until I can make my own stim packs, which is much, much later in the game. But it's so nice not having to spend the caps on them. I save my caps almost exclusively for ammo, which isn't so bad when you play with energy weapons. Normal gun skills have all sorts of different types of ammo. Come on. There we go. Alright, this is gonna hurt. Kill you, come on. There we go. Shoot. So there's death number 1. Kind of glad that it just auto-saved when I slept. Alright. I'm not going to edit out the deaths just because, well, something like this, because it just happened. I ain't too worried about looking fancy for YouTube. I don't think Doc gave me any armor at the start. Just gave me a jumpsuit. So I don't remember there being 2 full geckos up there. From what I do remember is off the PlayStation 3 version, not the PC version. So obviously I'm going to be mistaken about a great many things. Alright. Try not to kill Junebug too many times. I don't think the real Junebug would appreciate it too much. Not that I think she'd care. Alright. Come on, there we go. There's a... oh. 0% chance to hit. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to, if I don't want to die again, and well, these heal 45 HP, There's one. And here comes the other. Where did you go? There you are. There, that went a little smoother that time. Nope, I'm gonna want to keep that on. Because once I get to where his girlfriend or whoever is supposed to be in trouble, he's gonna come and try and kill me. But I remember there being traps set. There's blood. Yeah. Oh, it's already been activated. Ooh, Wonder Glue, yes please. There's one. Disarm it. Prospector. Damage threshold 1. Damage threshold. So 1 armor is better than no armor. .10mm pistol, not bad. With 130 rounds. And a bed to heal up, so I'll save it one more time just in case the jackass ends up killing me. Sorry, I shouldn't swear. I'm going to be swearing a lot, but most of it's going to be unintentional. There he is.
Sorry I tricked you, but thanks for clearing out the geckos. Now I can get to that stash up there, after I deal with you.
What a dick. Wish I would have seen this coming. I do really like that recharger rifle, although it's almost broken. Our cruiser, I think I can repair. One's a charmer, one's a cruiser. Stats are the same. Yeah, save it for a little bit later. So imagine I'm gonna get hit a lot. I may look pretty, but apparently I have a very hittable face. I'm going to keep this video close to about an hour. I think that's what I'm going to keep all my videos at, or until I think I find a good spot to stop at. We're coming up in 45 minutes-ish, so I won't do too much more. I think I'll stop by, no I can, yeah, I'll stop by the town, vendor some stuff to lighten up my carry weight. Sorry, I don't think... Yeah, there is a time, so it's 1 go to 9 a.m. I think the guy that runs the store should be up. I'm almost positive that there wasn't vendor hours though. I think they're there all day. Just in case I'm wrong, might as well go during the day. You will find I am wrong a lot. About a lot. Good Springs General Store. Now if I also remember reading years ago that Good Springs is modeled after a real town in Las Vegas, Nevada, and it looks very similar to how it is in game.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for.
Walk out of Doc Mitchell's place. I strutted out of there. Alright, so first things first, get rid of carton of cigarettes. Don't need the coyote hide. There's 2 empty syringes. Don't need the eggs. And I can get the hides later on in game 2. I think I need to hold on to everything else there. Med-X I'll keep. Rad-X I'll sell. Steady I'll sell. Rebound I'll sell. Cram I'll hold on to. Blood pack. I can't remember what I can use that for. I don't think I can use it for anything. Alright, so I don't really use grenades very often. Dynamite's strictly vendor for me. And yeah, weighs 5.5 pounds. Yeah, it's not worth nothing. So ammo, if I do the laser pistol, I've got 36 rounds on me. I need more of that. Typically, I vendor only what I need so that the caps are as close to 0 as possible, but to get into the powder gangers territory to recruit the sheriff, I need 200 caps to get through the door. Leather armor I'll take because it's cheap. I think I'm okay. I'll save those two in case I need a gun and I don't feel like using my laser pistols. Because again, weapon durability is a big issue at the start of the game. So how am I doing on weight now? 117 out of 190. There is a spot I use as temporary storage as I work my way slowly to New Vegas. But that's gonna be probably in my next video. I definitely am not gonna make it there. I think I'll stop once I make it to Prim and worry about having to clear out the hotel that's there. Oh, I should stop and cook those 2 pieces of gecko meat. I'm gonna need all the health I can get. You know what I'm gonna do before I forget? I got more of that ammo, so hotkey the pistol. Actually, I'll hotkey both pistols. There. So I'm not opening the menu every time I need to get something. Crafty. Craft items with a workbench, or what was that? Campfire. So if I remember right, white horse nettles also come into play later on to make some really good armor. Oh, and they're also used to make an item that I can use to reduce my radiation, because everything I eat is going to have a little bit of radiation with me. I'm going to need something to take care of that without having to pay a doctor a bunch of caps to do it for me. Alright, I think, there we go. It's not technically an ambush, but I'm pretty sure somewhere in these hills is a bunch of jalapenos, a bunch of geckos waiting for me again. I think 3. I hear them. There's 1. Oh, there's a lot more than 3. I may have just boned myself. 1 down. Man, those geckos wreck. Alright. Suck it, young gecko. Alright, now I got my 200 caps, so I don't have to worry about picking up stuff to the vendor for now. It's a A mechanic I love and hate at the same time. The food doesn't instantly heal like it does in Fallout 3. Instead, it's a gradual regeneration. Whereas the stim packs are instant. It kind of keeps you on your toes when it comes to watching your health. Oh, broke my arm. I don't know where you think you're going. Gecko meat. Alright. Yep. So arm's busted. I'm gonna have to sleep at that bed to repair it. But I killed all the geckos I need to get to the place I just lost. I know it's around here somewhere. Actually should save because I just did the hard part. There it is. There is Brock flower galore here. Nice little pond. I don't know if I can drink this. Yeah, 5 rads. Never mind. So if I wanted to, I could make a bunch of healing powder here and be okay. Can't fast travel when enemies are nearby. Great. It's going to be interesting with a broken limb. Oh, gecko hunters, yeah. Ooh. New Vegas, I don't know what you're doing. There, that's better. Alright. So we'll approach this a little more carefully. That's set 2 deaths, by the way, for those keeping track. Should be out far enough to where I can fast travel. So I won't be making it to Primm this video. Definitely next. And I'm right as rain. Alright, I'll just use... Nah. No, there's another thing up here. I forgot. So, that's something I will discover next video. But thank you for joining me on this episode of New Vegas, and I will see you next time.